Hello, welcome back. Thanks to all of y'all that suffered through that video yesterday. I couldn't believe it got up to 27 minutes. It seemed like 10 or 15 minutes when I was here working. But yeah, it was a little hairy, and I know I shouldn't be walking underneath the lifted boom and stuff like that. I tried to be as careful as I could, but I mean, I definitely was breaking quite a few safety violations, and that's why I call the video Shaking Hands with Danger. That's the name of a video from 1980 the Caterpillar made, and I always thought that was a great name for a video. So we're out here shaking hands with danger again today. Yesterday went pretty much as I expected. I was able to put the conduit on the pole with the masthead, and I've run the underground cable up the pole. The only thing that didn't go as planned there was I had plastic U-clamps, and every one of them was breaking as I was trying to use them. So I had to go back to Home Depot and get some steel ones. But it's only 15 minutes away, so it's not bad. So as I was lifting, my plan was to raise it up to a certain point and then use the winch, connect it to a tree or to the truck, and just to hold it, and then keep the backhoe on it and then backfill it. Simple enough. I was just going to backfill it by hand, enough to the point where I could get the tractor off of it. Only problem was when I got it to that point, and this is the point at which the video turned off, my winch didn't work. I had not tested my winch beforehand. It worked fine last time I used it. So I had it under warranty at extended warranty at Harbor Freight, so I went there last night, and turns out that had expired, but I'd already gotten like 4 winches out of that warranty. So I was really hard on them when I was pulling stumps. Last year out of my yard, I was pulling gigantic stumps out using several pulleys and just thousands and thousands of pounds of pressure, and I was burning up winches big time doing that. But my warranty had expired, so I just bought another winch. I got a 12,000 pound winch with the rope, $5.99, and I got a 2-year extended warranty on it. So that and a couple of straps, $722. It's not bad. Everything's so cheap at Harbor Freight, but those winches, they really are good, but they just can't take endless abuse, which is what I give them. So I went to hook it up today, and I got the winch. So I had to set the pole back down last night, and the problem was the tractor was just, it's a great tractor. That's an MX6000, but it would be 10 times the tractor if it weighed 1,000 pounds more. So I'd like to hang 1,000 pounds worth of weight on it. It does have fluid in the tires, but it's still a very light tractor. And but anyway, it got to the point where with the loader up, it wanted to move around a little bit, and I didn't want that thing slipping to the side, so I set it back down. Today I'm going to try to raise it back up, hook the winch to it, and hold it up with the winch this time. I've got some hand crank winches over here I can use off of the trailer if I need to, or I could strap them to a tree as well. And we're just going to give it another shot. I don't know what else to do. I'm not at the point where I'm ready to hire somebody yet. I think I'm still okay here. But let's see what she'll do today. I think I'm ready to go up. pole is starting to roll to the side, and I need to have that conduit in a certain place and the guy wire in a certain place, which they're already attached. I think it's because there's a little bit of a slump in the pole. It wants to roll to the right, and I need to try to prevent that. So I'm going to try to backfill a little bit on the side here. We'll see if that's enough to hold it. If not, I'm going to have to hook a rope to the truck or something. I can't have it spinning too much. It's already spun a little bit more than I want it to. Seems to be okay right now. Doing okay right now. I wish it was a little bit smoother, but it is going up. I'd like to push it forward another 8 feet and then hook the winch to it. But then again, I'd kind of like to go ahead and put the winch on it now for safety. But it's going up better than it was yesterday. Okay, well, the wind blew the camera over. Guess you didn't see all that, but I've got one line secured to the tree over there, and the other is attached to the winch, and the winch is pulling it towards the tree. So it's also a little bit windy out here today. I don't like that either, but what I'm going to do now is go ahead and backfill. I think it's at the point where it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to backfill, and then I'll push it up the rest of the way after it's backfilled. That way I know for sure it can't come back on me. So I think I'm going to cut the camera off here and do some backfill. I'll make a new video after this.